Welcome to the home of WWE News Rumors and Gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, Seanzviewent.
It is your reigning, undisputed, unrelenting, unapologetic Seanzviewent Entertainment, and we are here for you to provide you all the in-depth, all the insights, all the supreme WWE, because this is the machine that is behind me, and I'm not talking about the machine that is the WWE. No. I'm talking about the machine that is my viewers, my fans, and my subscribers. We got breaking news on John Cena, Cody Rhodes, The Rock, plus plenty more on the future of Monday Night Raw, regardless of what you may think. Because, ladies and gentlemen, your thinking is about to change, perhaps, potentially, maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, The Rock, the great one, the most electrifying man in all of entertainment. The Rock reveals how long-running gut issue he's been dealing with and how he actually finally fixed it. Johnson opened up about battling digestive problems that left him frustrated and without answers even after seeing multiple doctors. So probably going on for a couple of years now, I was having some gut issues, and at that time, you and I don't know each other, and we have a common friend. We have a lot of common friends, come to find out, but we have a common friend in Ari Emanuel, and I was talking to Ari at the end of 23, and we were just talking about our stuff. He's been a longtime business partner of mine and being our lead agent for years and years and decades. And I was talking to him about my gut, and I said, man, I got this gut issue. And he's like, what's going on? I've seen doctors, and I can't quite nail it. I can't quite fix it. It's in my digestion. I feel great, and that's the odd thing, but I just can't crack it. And he said, I'm going to introduce you to a friend of mine. His name is Dr. Mark Hyman. I'm going to connect you, Hyman. And as you know, as anyone who knows, Ari knows these conversations last 30 seconds. So this was a 5-minute call I had with him, which is a long time. And so he connected with you and I via text, and then you and I spoke. This conversation quickly led to a virtual consultation with Dr. Hyman, who specializes in functional medicine. And Johnson admitted that he didn't know what that even meant at first. Not one bit. And you said, do you know anything about functional medicine? I said, well, I've heard about it a little bit. I said, tell me a little bit about it. And you said, in my specialty, this is what I do. And you said, well, very sectionally, I'm not going to treat your symptoms. I'm going to go deeper than that and treat the root of the cause of what's going on. And I said, I love that. And that speaks to some of the challenges I've had in my own health journeys in the past and with some doctors, not indicting any doctors, not indicting any doctors, but just the way that they operate. It's how they're trained, but how I found I was so challenged with them trying to get to the root cause of the problem. Dr. Hyman confirmed that their work started in early 24 and required some serious detective work. From there, Johnson described how things quickly began to turn around even as he geared up for a grueling 9-month schedule. And I would say probably 6 to 8 weeks later, you had me on the right track. Things started to come around, started to recalibrate. Dr. Hyman then explained what Johnson discovered after testing. Johnson's gut issue started after taking multiple rounds of antibiotics, which wiped out key bacteria. You probably kicked off all the good guys in your gut. We found in your stool test that you were missing something very important, a very important bacteria that coats the lining of your intestines and protects you from inflammation and a leaky gut. So we basically rehabbed your gut, gave you probiotics and plant compounds, pomegranate, green tea, cranberry to help rebuild it, and we made you this amazing gut health shake with 10 plus ingredients personalized just for you. So as you can see, The Rock was dealing with some ailing things. The Rock was dealing with some debilitating things. The Rock was dealing with some stomach and gut issues. But it would appear as if The Rock, the great one, is good now with his stomach and his gut. And The Rock is not in a rut no longer. So again, we go in depth. We go more in detail. We give you more descriptions of the news and the rumors in the WWE, whether it be Raw, whether it be SmackDown, whether it be NXT, whether it be the PLEs. This is your exciting source to be. So what do you think about The Rock? Now that The Rock's gut issues have been cleared up, now that The Rock's gut is in the game again, will that put The Rock back in a ring? Will The Rock compete in a WWE ring once again? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions. Do you want to see the return of The Rock wrestling in a WWE ring once again in 2025 or perhaps 2026? The fix is absolutely in. Cody Rhodes says that only a small percentage of WWE stars actually draw. Cody Rhodes didn't hold back when the topic of true star power came up on his What Do You Want to Talk About podcast. And what he said could definitely stir the pot inside WWE. This is an unpopular thing to share, but I'll share it. If you look at a roster sheet in any company, you'd be surprised at the percentage that actually, and I'll use the term earn or draw for a company. You think it's a lot more, and then you look at it and it's a small percentage. Now, it doesn't mean people won't. It doesn't mean people aren't getting there. It doesn't mean context makes it so that's a few times they do, but there is a small percentage. Cody didn't point fingers, but the implication was loud and clear. Most wrestlers aren't moving the needle. Then he brought up Rhea Ripley, who he clearly thinks is moving the needle. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions from my channel members, my viewers, and my subscribers. Who do you really truly think is moving the needle? Who is a top draw? Who is going to be a future draw in WWE? Will it be on Raw? Will it be on SmackDown? Is the expectations, is the anticipation at an all-time high? Is it clear-cut? It's all about you. WWE moving 2025 draft to fall for a major TV reset. The WWE may be shaking up tradition with this year's draft, and it could have everything to do with fall television. According to a new report from Bodyslam.net, the 2025 WWE draft is likely getting pushed to later in the year instead of its usual spring spot. The last thing I heard about the WWE draft was that they have been considering doing it post-SummerSlam, most likely as a tie-in to the season premiere episode in September. Moving the draft gives WWE time to wrap up current storylines that have stretched into the summer months. It also allows recent NXT call-ups, returning talent to find their groove before any more major roster changes are finalized. This would indicate that the WWE hasn't had much of a need to reshuffle the rosters lately, which explains the delay. But a fall draft would serve as a clean reset button before WWE's biggest TV period of the year. If WWE is really pushing the draft to the fall, it could be a smart move, especially with so many storylines peaking in the summer. But delaying the shakeup might also leave some superstars stuck in limbo a little longer. Either way, this could set the stage for some major surprises once the post-SummerSlam dust settles. According to Ringside News, the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters. The WWE NXT viewership for June the 10th season increase after Mariah May is introduced as Blake Monroe. Some would say that Blake name doesn't fit. It doesn't sound right because Blake sounds like a guy's name. It sounds like a man's name. But of course, we know where the Monroe came from and we know where she drew that from. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, Blake Monroe is already setting records and increases in the viewership and the ratings for NXT. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on Mariah May. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, the showstopper, the icon, the main event of the evening. Shawn Michaels, the legend, the Hall of Famer that he is, drops an F-bomb after failing to recognize NXT star in a guessing game. What's inside Naomi's WWE Money in the Bank briefcase revealed online. Naomi reveals disturbing contents of her Money in the Bank briefcase, and it's not just contracts she's carrying. Ladies and gentlemen, the fan tagged Naomi online and added fuel to the fire. Trinity Fatu, now Ian the One of Gossip. Naomi responded with a video that has everyone talking. She opened up her Money in the Bank briefcase on camera, and what was inside wasn't a contract. First, she pulled out a knife. Then she revealed a taser and turned it on while laughing maniacally. But the chaos didn't stop there. The briefcase also contained razor blades, a pair of sunglasses, duct tape, and perhaps most disturbingly, a miniature figurine of Jimmy Uso. So as you can see, this is getting real volatile real fast, and Naomi is bringing the heat, and she is intensifying it in the WWE. Say what you will, think of what you want about Naomi, but she is definitely shifting the gears in the WWE ever since winning the Women's Money in the Bank contract, and boy, is she really leveling up her career in the WWE. Judge orders Kevin Kelly lawsuit against AEW into private arbitration. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on all of that. Blake Monroe's NXT debut fulfills an 8-year dream from a viral tweet online. AEW star Lady Frost announces divorce from Victor Benjamin after a 9-year marriage. Netflix is developing Tuesday Night Titans wrestling drama with an ex-writer in the WWE. Several other wrestling names joined The Miz for American Gladiators reboot on Prime Video. Also, Abandon confirms free agency after exit from AEW. Natalya reveals shockingly low pay from her first WWE contract. Triple Mania main event changed after Alberto Del Rio goes off the rails once again. Tay Mello appears to walk back. AEW return remarks. Izzy Dame tells fans to stop sending her mail to her parents' house. Queen Amita slams AEW for leaving her in the dark until she's in the makeup chair. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, The Rock has the jackpot gene that protects him from against Alzheimer's. Cody Rhodes claims the Bullet Club didn't make money until he joined them. The Rock nearly put on heart medication after a misread scan. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on all of that. Nikki Bella's status for WWE Raw in Green Bay revealed online. And now she is locked in for next week's Raw. And you got to wonder, will she make a part-time return to the ring, a full-time return? Will she act more as a wrestler, a manager? A manager to an up-and-coming girl, a female in the WWE. You just never know what Nikki Bella is going to do. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on Nikki Bella. Damian Priest reveals the moment he quit a strip club job and turned his life around. Mara Sage says AEW could be an option, but she wants to prove herself first. Karrion Kross wants Jon Moxley to make WWE return and finish their story. And if Karrion Kross wants it, we all know how popular, we know how much viralness Karrion Kross is getting online. We know the significance of Karrion Kross. We know how deep Karrion Kross is going. And if Karrion Kross wants Dean Ambrose, if he wants Jon Moxley back in the World Wrestling Entertainment, can you imagine what that would look like? Can you imagine what that would be like? But speaking about returns, viewers, fans, and subscribers, Raw's return to the USA Network, will it happen for 1 week, one night? If the fans want it, there seems to be some people signing for it, wanting it, demanding it. There are even people that are going to the levels and lengths to go on Change, the website Change, and change the complexity of the future, the team, the network, the app that Raw is on Netflix, because there's still a lot of people that don't support it. They don't like it. They are not for it. They are against Raw on Netflix, although now it seems like it's half and half. It seems like some people want Raw on USA. Some people want Raw on Netflix. Some people want Raw to return to the USA Network. There's a lot of different variables. There's a lot of different things that go into Monday Night Raw. But either way, people thought it was grandfathered, and people never thought they'd see the day that Raw would be moved off the USA Network. But that is exactly what happened, because money talks at the end of the day. Now, if there is indeed going to be petitions, again, petitions, they're trying to get those petitions signed and delivered on Change and other different websites that do petitions online. And could this change the future? Could this change the predicament of Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen? Will we see the change happen right in front of us? Join 554,475,705 people creating real changes in their community. Change starts here. Just like people are making change petitions to have me changed off of YouTube. People literally made petitions to have me petitioned off of this website. Can you believe it? For the last 10 years, people have been made petitions, citations, cops, police, lawsuits. They've been doing everything in their power to get me removed and cleared off YouTube. The trolls, the skeptics, the haters, the doubters have been trying for years and years to get me removed and deleted from this website, to get me gone and canceled off of YouTube.com. But it hasn't worked, and it will never work, because you ain't got what it takes to get the job done, because you're an absolute failure. And that's not my viewers, fans, or subscribers that are failures. It's not my channel members. The ones that are failures are the ones that are failure to communicating, failure to get me removed, failure to get me canceled off YouTube. You can make all the proclamations. You can make all the citations. You can make all the dictations. You can do whatever you want to do, but I will never leave YouTube, because you ain't got what it takes to get the job done. And how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel that when you go to bed at night, that I will be here the next day? I will be here the next morning. I will be here the next night. I will be here every day that ends in Y, and there ain't a damn thing anybody can do about it. You can't shut me up. You can't stop me, and you can't shut me down. You can make all the petitions you want, but you can't shut me down because Sean's Entertainment is the brash down. And that's all I got to say about that, because if it's not brash, well, then it is trash. Plenty more to come. Subscribe, because Sean View keeps you in the know of what I see, read, hear. It will never slow. Plenty more to come. Subscribe.